Hello. So I want to share the meditation 30-day focus. It's a process that I'm doing with my coach Esther Hicks and Abraham. So they motivated me to do it, and I wanted to recruit you, and hopefully if you're interested, you can do it as well. Just wanted to share with you. And I'm definitely going to post this on my YouTube channel so that I can remind myself to do it as often as needed, and also motivate you or inspire you should you choose. This is just my words, my interpretation on the 30-day focus. But if you want more information, I could send you the link of how my teacher explains it. But basically, for 30 days, today's the 26th of June. I started yesterday, but you can start whenever, hopefully. Sooner the better today. So you're focusing on things to help create happiness in the ideal life that you want. So to live your best self. So it starts with meditation, which everybody knows, meditation. But the basics of the meditation, step 1 is the meditation time. 2 is segment intending. 3 is positive qualities. And 4 is a focus wheel. So those are the 4 steps that you could use throughout the day whenever you need them. I start my day that way. So it starts with meditation, and I'll go into a little detail about meditation. This is a quick summary because I know people have lots of stuff to do. But just as a reminder that I integrated the knowledge and I can share with you. And if you have questions, of course, let me know. So first thing, meditation. Really good to start at the beginning of the day, but whenever you have time, it's all good. It doesn't have to be more than 20 minutes, so 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but between 15 and 20 is usually a nice amount of time. And you want to focus on just letting your mind go quiet, like no thought, focus on your breathing. For me, it's like reminding myself to let myself be bored. So really let yourself be bored. And if all the thoughts come rushing in like waves, just let it go and then come back to that space. My teacher recommends a fan, like a white noise sound of a fan, or you can get an app that has like the desert wind sound or any sound effect that you like that's kind of continuous, that same vibration. But I have plenty of white noise in here, so I use the white noise sound. And then you can close your eyes or keep your eyes open, get in a comfy seated position. I like to sit up so I don't fall back asleep. But 15 or 20 minutes, and then allow yourself to receive. So instead of being filled with all the thoughts, really try to empty it out. It's almost like cleaning up, like it reminds me of sweeping or taking out the trash. So I let myself be bored. I let my mind just kind of go empty and clean out. And it feels really nice to be able to get into that still, quiet place. So whatever it looks like for you, there's no wrong. Ultimately, like there's no wrong way. There's no wrong way. You just put in the effort, is what it is. Let it be. So that's the first step, not too hard. I'm sure you've done that before. And then the second one is segment intending. This is actually one of my favorites. So before any situation, like let's say I walk into the car, enter into the car, I send myself positive thoughts, like my next situation, I'm driving the car, everything's safe, everybody's driving really safe around me, everybody's aware, conscious, everybody's looking out for each other. So I'm basically visualizing and painting the picture of what the next segment in my life is going to be. So I enter the next room, or I see my puppy, or I see my husband, or family, friends, whatever that next situation is. I could sort of visualize and paint the picture or write out the story or visualize it how I see it going. And that doesn't mean it has to go that way perfectly, but I'm kind of intending, hence the segment intending, creating and knowing what I want to create. So I'm being deliberate with my creations and my intentions. So that it's something you can do, and it's more of like an inner thing. You could write it out or say it out loud if you like. And then the third thing that I've have to work on the most, but for me anyways, is the positive attributes, like positive qualities. This could do for situations or people. So if I start to get frustrated with like my puppy Ollie, for example, if he's being a little bit whiny or not listening, then I can start to remember all the positive qualities. I could write it down, or I can feel those sensations of like when we have our moments of happiness, when he does listen, how it feels, all the things that I appreciate about him, like waking up in the morning, getting the cuddles, loving it when he's resting and relaxing, like he is right now, so good. I'm just loving how calm he is on the walks, and how he loves to play. So remembering all the positive attributes about a person or a situation. So especially if it's going to be maybe more of a challenging like interview or work thing, like you could really start to paint the like, that might be more segment intending, but for a person, for example, like you're going to meet somebody new, and you know how you're maybe not new, but somebody you know you've had situations with. So I'm working on that one more. And then my favorite one is the focus wheel. So that's basically building momentum. So once you understand like what you want, you feel that intention, you can start to build more momentum. So for example, you know, my teacher was saying sometimes like those little Ferris wheels when they're going really fast, it's hard to just jump on. So you don't want something to go spiraling out of control and try to jump into it. You want to like start to slowly build in what you want, what your intention is, or what your goal is, and then start to put more positive vibrations and thoughts and emotions and feelings into it, so that it becomes drawn to you, right? It's more magnetic, and you can really feel it and see it and allow it to be in your life. So for example, my intention was money flows easily to me. So I draw a big circle. She recommends drawing a big circle, and then you start to draw or write out 8 to 10 other circles around that circle, and write in the uplifting, like upward motion of what money means to you or how you feel about it. So I put, I know what to do to get money. I have experienced fluid flowing money in my life and continue to be abundant. I like the feeling of money. I have some money in my bank account and I want to keep making more money. I attract money to me. I like the feelings of freedom and options money provides. I like the idea of having money. I like money adding up in my bank account. So you can just keep going and start to feel that like, oh yeah, okay, like I got this, it feels good. And it could be about any situation. I just chose to do money, but I did one about my dream home. I did one about my future puppy and the life family vibe I'm creating, career goals. So anything that works for you, and it just feels good to write it out, gives you clarity, and it's fun. So again, like you can't do it wrong, let it be fun. And if you have questions, I could send you the link, or we could share in the comments. But yeah, message me in the Takpan with it, and then see where you're at, like how we all gonna boost up and let that like skyrocketing extra fast energy happen, so it's accelerated in the next 30 days. So you can check back in, and I want to hear from all of you. Thank you so much for listening and sharing, and keep it going. Mwah.